Space is open to us now. We go into space.
I've been holding my action. It's time to go.
Welcome, everyone. My name is DM Steve, and we're the Dix in the Dark. And you're watching our game, Up, and Away. If you like Dungeons and Dragons and all that jazz, smash the like button, subscribe, consider it, ring the bell so you don't miss all of these amazing games that we play, and share, comment, all that stuff. If you're in chat, hello, Country Fried Minis. What's up, man? Hello, Comstar Knight, if you're still there. I know he was here earlier before we were here, much before. We're a little tiny bit late, but not too much. We're here now. Dix in the Dark, how are you guys? Garrett, what's going on?
Well, my eyes are itchy, but I'm ready to roll some dice.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean by the itchy eyes.
Hopefully, the roll some dice part too.
Right. I didn't know. What? Roll some. This thing that you say, rolling around on. Never mind. I don't know. I'm not sharp enough to make any clever jokes because I took a nap and I just woke up, and you know how that is. I had to be fresh for the stream, but nah.
Didn't work out. Didn't work out.
Dungeon Dan,
Yo, what's up?
how are you working out?
I'm trying to stay warm because it's negative. Fuck this is what it is.
Right. On the East Coast, we're having a deep freeze.
Yeah.
No, it's not just the East Coast.
Oh,
It's been super fucking cold and snowy here recently too.
oh yeah, you're up high elevation. How cold is it there?
Days average around, I don't know, like 15 degrees. Last
Mm.
night, or like 2 days ago, it was like 0 degrees, and it was just great time.
Last night it was negative 12 degrees here.
Mhm.
Ah,
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been like super cold. Have you guys seen the pictures from Florida and Alabama and New Orleans of the beaches down on the Gulf Coast?
No,
The beaches on the Gulf Coast have snow.
that's wild.
That is wild.
The French Quarter is covered in snow right now.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Mm, mm,
Crazy.
mm,
yeah, we're fucked.
Mm.
mm. Cameron, how are
Yeah.
you?
Tired. My sleep schedule is really fucked, like way more than normal, unfortunately. So, I'm not going to be too hype or with it this session, unfortunately, but we're here. We're going home.
Right. I 100% understand. My sleep schedule also not great. It was really good. And then I was sleeping too much, and now I'm sleeping too little. I don't know what's going on, but I've always had this crazy insomnia. Dang polar vortex, says Country Fried Minis. Yes, it's very cold here. Speaking of Country Fried Minis, if you like miniature painting and other shenanigans, go over and check out Country Fried Minis. I sometimes show up over there on the TTRPG Tuesdays, which is an every other Tuesday game where your super chats count as statements from the DM. So go check him out and all that, because it's fun stuff over there. And shout out to Trollord Games, because hopefully my Castle Keeper behind the Castle Keeper's screen with DM Steve is going to be up fairly soon about our new Castles and Crusades Planescape game Save Hell, which is every other Saturday night. Check that out as well. Neat.
Yeah.
Cool.
All the YouTube things.
Cool.
Sometimes you got to do those YouTube things and get those YouTube things happening. Let's see. So let me go over to the main game.
So
And yes.
I had a thought about one thing before we get into, because I know we're focusing on one specific set of characters tonight.
Well, before we get into anything else, we do have one more thing to do.
Roll an
Oh, yeah.
imaginary die.
Mm-hmm. Roll an imaginary die. Let's
Whoa.
see.
Pretty good. And I'm pretty confident
Seems
now
pretty
that
bad.
either end of the
Ooh.
spectrum is good. It seems like our 35s and 38s are like low energy bad days, so I think this is a good one.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll revive a little bit then.
Mhm.
Maybe that'll happen. It could.
The map's gonna kick in.
Right. I have some tea and I have some water. I drank a whole bottle of water already, so if I have to, excuse myself, that could happen.
No streaming on the stream.
Streaming on the stream is a Dix in the Dark tradition, so I'll do it if I want to, sir. All right. Oh, goodness gracious me.
But
let me grab
as I
my
was
shoulder
saying,
here for a sec.
I know we're going to be focusing on specific characters, but I had a thought, and I wanted to make sure that I told you guys on streams because I wanted to make sure that it was
Like
people that-
recorded, the
recorded,
people would
yeah.
know and all that stuff.
for the other team.
Mhm.
Mary is taking one other thing.
You've got time for that, Dan. You've got plenty of time for that. Like that's probably honestly
I want to
you want to say it now, but you better write it down so that you know though, because again, that's going to be like months and months from now.
Yeah.
So you better record it because
Yeah.
just because you say it on stream doesn't mean you're going to remember
That's
it
true.
next game.
That's true. So Mary is taking the motorcycle.
Oh my
Motorcycle.
goodness, the damn motorcycle! I knew it.
Because here's the thought process. She's taking the motorcycle. She can't like focus on things for 2 full months. There's going to be downtime. She's taking motorcycle and then she's downloading something from info. She's downloading the mechanical stuff from info.
Is
And
she gonna work on her motorcycle?
She's gonna like spend downtime working on the motorcycle.
Mary's the most badass cleric that ever lived.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. I like it though.
Wait.
Mary comes back all tatted.
You should actually pull it. I actually fixed hers and Fiona's portraits. If you look at them.
Oh, yeah. I saw hers was different when I was doing.
Yeah. Mary's got a new portrait, and Fiona's got a new
even
portrait.
on the same thing as you guys. Where is?
You're on the wrong game.
No, I mean I'm on the right game. I'm on the wrong sheet. The dungeon master. The game master in Roll20 has the ability to be on like any sheet, even while you guys are on like. So while the planet is up, your home world, I was on another sheet that I had been planning before. I'm on a totally different sheet than you guys.
I'm on some strange shit now.
I'm on some totally strange sheet from you guys, man.
But yeah. So she's going to take some tools, and basically what I figure is if I spend 2 months just working on it, maybe I can get a mechanical like a slot, you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe
Maybe she'll be a motorcycle slot. Number 1 says, "Have you guys heard of Fantasy Grounds?" Yes. Of course, heard of Fantasy Grounds.
Commander Riker's here?
Oh, number one. Excellent. I didn't even see the my eyes don't work that well.
I didn't even see it either. I just saw number 1 and I'm like, "Oh, that's number 1. It's Commander Riker."
Yeah. Yes, Fantasy Grounds. Is it everybody has to pay, I think, right? Or it's somehow I think there's some paywall that is maybe a little bit more than Roll20. Also, I'm not sure if it's good for the type of Dungeons and Dragons that we play. Wesley won't shut up about it. That's true. That's true, number one. Shut up, Wesley. Yes. So, yeah, we're any suggestions that you guys have, let us know about. We Fantasy Grounds is something that I've kind of looked at a little bit. Owlbear Rodeo was one that I checked out. There's a couple like really popular ones that I did. Is there one called like something Forge or something? I don't know. I have looked at a bunch.
Pure Forge, Foundry, or something Foundry.
Right. Country Fried Minis over there. They play using Tabletop Simulator. I don't know that that's exactly the right thing for like this game. Or
Yeah, I don't think so, but it's kind of funny.
Right.
Sick.
That table would get flipped every goddamn time,
Oh yeah.
whether by on purpose or by accident.
Number one says, yeah, I was just asking about it because the new D&D group I'm in uses it. I think I prefer Roll20, but I'm not sure. Well, let us know after you've maybe played a while and get back to us, because that would be interesting to hear. We're always looking for suggestions, because Roll20 has definitely screwed us in the past, live, unfortunately. A couple of times. So
it has.
Yeah, it's been rough. Let's see. John D retired. Says, oh, FG is far superior. So FG was that
Fantasy Grounds.
Fantasy Grounds. That's another one that I've kind of looked into. Let's see. Fantasy Grounds seems to have more mod packs for it and more flexibility from what I can tell so far, says number one. Huh.
You know what? Maybe it's something to go and maybe look on YouTube or Twitch to see who is using Fantasy Grounds, and maybe watch a couple games and see who's got some. See how it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The problem is it's tough to find Beck Me games or like old school type D&D games that are anything but theater of the mind. Usually like old grognards are using like the absolute like most garbage setup they can possibly use. No offense to anybody, but that's just the truth of the matter when you like look at it. It's the 5e games that are slicker, and of course 5e D&D forever, whatever they're calling it, whatever the modern current Dungeons and Dragons, obviously like everything is going to try and be optimized for that, because that's like the system or whatever.
Number one says, laugh out loud, just so happens this group is a bunch of old grognards. I'm the youngest person in the group.
Excellent. Old school. Oh, okay. The old school essentials with the advanced. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. That's cool. That's actually kind of similar to. It's really similar to Beck Me or Rule Cyclopedia Dungeons and Dragons, which is what we play, except for that we have lots and lots of heavy mods for even more character expansions and all kinds of sci-fi stuff, because obviously you can see that we're a sci-fi Beck Me game. Grognards represent. Ouch my knees, says Country Fried Minis. That's absolutely true. Ouch my knees, for my shoulder actually right now. My sinuses, everything, excuse me.
Yeah.
All right, so there was one more thing that I wanted to ask you guys, because Garrett, I cannot believe I asked you, I was like, hey, do you want, like, are you gonna research any spells or like, see if there's any spells in the library at info for
Mhm.
your two characters? And you were like, eh. I looked at your list. Oh, what are you doing? There's so many awesome spells. Is it that you can't figure out like what to choose because they're so awesome?
There
Or
are, especially 4th level, there are some cool ones. I am a little stuck between 4th level ones to choose from. Yeah.
but I'm even talking about earlier spells. Because I mean, there's some like badass spell. Because I'm like thinking Thiwar is often like entering the fray. So like a spell like, for example, Color Spray
Yeah.
would probably like not be bad at all. Like there's a bunch of really good ones.
Is Color
Obviously, we
Spray in
can.
his list? Is that? I didn't think that was in the Illusionist list.
Yeah.
Oh, Color Spray is
What?
definitely an illusionist spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My God, that is absolutely an illusionist spell.
Yes. DM
You would hope
Steve
so.
snooping in players' bedrooms. That's my job. Like that old MTV show where the people would go into their like the other person's room with like a black light and look at all their like jizz stains and stuff.
Oh
That
God.
fucking
Oh
thing.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a horrible show.
So you're saying I have access to some past level spells as well?
Yeah, because what I was saying is that the library on info is vast. So generally, if it's probably in your basic list, more than likely it is going to be in the library. So any spell, if it's not on your basic list, like if you've got like an idea for a spell that you need to like research, like obviously that's going to take time,
Mm-hmm. Right.
a little bit more time. But if it's on your basic list, probably info being this vast,
Okay.
reservoir of knowledge, there's a high chance that it's going to be available. And that's the same thing for Sid too, because I was like thinking about it and I was like Sid has access to like animate dead now, which is like the holy grail of necromancer spell. Like
Yeah.
why wouldn't he want that? Like of course he would, but
I already
maybe it's
have
because.
Animate Dead.
Do you? For some reason, I was thinking you didn't animate skeleton and animate zombie,
Zombie. Right.
which are the baby versions of
Right.
animate dead. But animate dead is the mother. It's
Yeah.
like I think a third level spell, and it's the one that yeah you would definitely want. Yeah, there's some other ones for Sid too, like because once you have
Do I really
uh,
not?
I swear you don't.
I
On like
don't. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Then
or
yes,
sit, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I can definitely. I mean,
Anime skeleton.
if I have a
Anime
minute,
skeleton. Oh no.
I could probably make a list here tonight of cool ones I want. I have the spell list open now.
Excellent.
That was the big thing. Like last night on Blood and Briar, they were that the girls were fighting were fighting skeletons.
We're
Man,
fighting an anime skeleton.
they were fighting anime. Well, they pretty much should have been because man, it was great. Oh my God.
Anime skeletons are cool because they always have those like skull cap helmets with like
Mhm.
horns. They always have shields, like cool looking shields and like cool looking swords. And sometimes they have fire in their eyes, even if they're weak.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot my. Should probably look camera.
but yeah,
Off
yeah.
a
So
little bit.
because it's kind of the same thing I was telling Cameron. Now I understand Guthix in this setting.
Guthix is so out of place in this setting. It's
Yeah. But he's going home, so
Yeah.
I'm coming home.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was like looking, because I know Druid typically is not unlocked until you're like level 9, which is number one, fucking crazy to me.
Right.
Like what were the Beckme people thinking about when they like I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, Anyway, so I was like, okay, what does a normal druid look like? And then I start reading. It's like, oh, the whole thing about normal druids is they get druid spellbook, like support spells, but they're also like clerics, so they get the cleric spellbook. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, so that means I should be able to have cleric spells pretty much whenever I want. And
Mhm.
I'm looking at the cleric spells and I'm like, oh shit, this stuff is broken. So I was curious about that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
obviously I'll have to do more research.
That's why I made I when I was doing the focuses, I didn't want to just have like a new thing that was just the same thing as another thing, right?
Yeah,
Like, what? Why
Hey,
replace?
can you say that 5 times real fast?
No, I cannot. I cannot do that, right? Like why? Like, there's already a druid. Like, once you're a druid, you can access like all the druid and cleric spells, so that already exists. So when I wanted to make a more elfy elf is essentially what I was trying to do with like the druidic knight, because like the
hmm
standard elf is like a spell sword, right? They're not really like super elfy, if you know what I mean. Like, especially Guthix is a very elf-like
healthy elf.
elf,
Yeah,
right? And a very fey-like elf. So I wanted to have an option to make your elves a little bit more. So that was the idea too. But that's why the spell list it's different, because it has not only spells from the cleric and druid list on there. I think there's some magic user spells that I thought were appropriate, and then there are some spells that don't even exist in this version that I um,
that is
that I
true. I saw that.
yeah, that I grabbed from from other
But wait,
things.
did you actually make that? Are the character crucible? I thought that was something you pulled from like a reference.
No, dude, that's like one of the reasons that we started playing this game is because I wanted to beta test my rules.
Oh,
No, the
that's so
character
funny.
Yeah.
crucible. That's why they are updated every so often, because I'm like working on them.
Uh,
Yeah, these are Steve's rules.
Right. It's also one of the reasons why when Garrett wanted to pull Nectosha from the campaign, I was happy, because like the character class was a new class that I made, and it like wasn't quite working.
mhm.
And no spoilers, but
It's
I
gone
worked
forever.
on
We're never gonna see it.
something else. So maybe at some point
Interesting. Okay,
there could be the return of Nectosha, but
that's so funny. I thought you just obviously you homebrew your own rules and stuff, but I didn't realize that those were actually assets that you made to try out like a little bit of different character class combination.
yeah, because all of the like for example, there are no illusionists in Beckme. There are no necromancers in Beckme.
Right, it's just like magic user.
It's just like
Cleric.
straight magic user, straight cleric. So some of the things that I've added have I'm they're really, I mean, we've been testing this for a long time, because these rules are kind of like the culmination of
Oh.
like our 30 years of playing this
Yeah.
version of
Mhm.
D&D, and like me kind of tweaking and like doing stuff. And this
Oh,
is
but
like
you're tweaking every session.
right. I'm definitely tweaking right now. But I think the character this thing that I've created, it's the final form. I actually hope to release it at some point. Like,
That'd be cool.
actually like publish it, and be neat.
We'll
Say,
get
hey,
full.
if you play this version of Dungeons and Dragons,
The whole 5
then
people out there.
yeah,
This is for you.
Well, here's the thing. I thought about that, but I also thought about a lot of the stuff that I use for this version. Like number one in chat was saying they play old school essentials. Well, a lot of the kind of mods that we use for this game would absolutely 100% like work for old school essentials. There are a
Oh, I see.
couple of things that wouldn't, things that don't quite match up, But maybe I'll even do like an appendix because that's so popular, like the BX/old school essentials appendix. That's like, well, if you're playing this version, you can make this little tweak, and these rules will work for you. The other thing that I've thought about is eventually publishing the up and away, like the the the
compendium.
campaign,
Oh,
basically
the campaign, like
Yeah.
as
like
a whole module, that would be crazy.
well, as kind of like a sci-fi supplement, because like I spent all this time creating rules for like faster than light travel and like space combat and all these like weapons and all this stuff. So it's like, why not put it all together? And I mean, I've already kind of started to put it together for you guys so that you guys could see it. But yeah, the maybe the final idea would be to release like a set, like, or a book or something. Again, it would be like almost like a campaign setting, and it would work for BECME, but it would also work for like BX. It would also work for old school essentials. It would work for Labyrinth Lord. It would probably work pretty well for White Box. So yeah, pretty much any old school D&D or AD&D, I think it would work well for. So there's DM Steve doing his future sales pitch.
Okay.
Excuse me.
To a game near you.
Yeah, Dick's branded drive-through RPG drop. It could happen at some point. That's
Never
a
know.
possibility. That's a possibility. Hey, if we get enough like subs to this channel and there's enough eyes on it, I would like consider doing like a Kickstarter or like an Indiegogo or something if like I thought I could get like enough eyes on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that unless I like thought I could, enough people were gonna see it. But that would be a possibility. And then you could go real fancy and have, if you had enough support, you could, make a bound like a not just a print on demand book, but like a saddle bound, like a saddle stitched.
Yep.
Because if
With-
you're a book
with cus-
nerd
with-
like me.
With custom art and things like that.
Right. And I would hire artists that like we know. Because like we know artists. So I
Yeah,
would
we know.
hire people that we know, like definitely. So anyway. Are we ready to jump into this, guys? We've been looking at this donut world for a while.
We certainly have.
I think so.
Last time on Up and Away, which, by the way, this is Volume 3, Episode 30, which means this is Episode 85 of Up and Away, which means that in 15 episodes we'll be in Episode 100. Whenever that actually happens, but it's coming. It's coming this year. Episode 100 is coming this year. So
Maybe
woo!
maybe we need to think about what we might want to do for episode 100. Unless you already have an idea.
I do not. So, I mean, it probably depends on what's going on in the game. But if you have any ideas for the stream for episode 100, if we want to make a big deal of the stream, leave that comment down below. All that stuff. So yeah, last time on Up and Away, Argyle had already made it back to the gang's home world, which we now know is Valarca Alpha, previously known as Fro 13515. He had conscripted, he stole it, so I guess it probably it was his, a Sin ship, a Sin Marauder. He didn't tell anybody, and he just jetted back to the world because the Sin had attacked your home world, and of course, all your friends and family and everyone is back there, including Argyle's lovely wife, Elise. And so, he's flying back. There was a stowaway, though. The friender, Tanalana Oxenfree, ended up aboard that Sin ship with Argyle. Now, it took them a while, but they finally arrived to the planet. By that time, the Sin force had moved on. They had kind of gotten their ass beat. But unfortunately, 3 Sin ships got past the barrier. One, as you can see on these little X's here, one crashed into the ocean. That one, who knows what's going on with that one. One of them, unfortunately, blew up over top of the capital of the human empire, Renoa Nova, which is where, the destiny originates from. And it rained down toxic radioactive material all over the capital, likely killing millions. And there's a third ship. That one seems to have landed, possibly crash landed, in the city of Porto Nova, a city that some of you used to call home. And currently it's generating some sort of a field. You'll have to investigate further. Argyle and Tonalana have made it to this little station here that has been abandoned by Frobos. There's nobody left on it. They are currently trying to fix the landing gear on the Sin ship because they got ripped off as Argyle hastily left the Destiny. They're also trying to do some maintenance, run a maintenance cycle on the engine in the reactor because they've been pushing it hard for almost a month, and they don't want to try and jump into the void, start faster than light travel, and find themselves with a faulted reactor that ends up blowing up the whole ship and everything around it and vaporizing everyone. So they got to do some maintenance. Argyle's also probably continuing to scan the planet. Now, just as he got there, he got contacted because everybody else, except for Anya, who is who knows where off with lore, is at the planet info, planet of information, with some friendly Gutsoni like Professor Hexagon and Shin Aya, the interesting AI that is connected to Info's main computer that you learned was the core of a Titan ship. Like 10,000 years ago or something. Wild. Anyway, you've been there. You've been kind of hanging out, figuring out all kinds of things, learning about your crafts, doing research, worrying about Captain Nova. You're sending a team into Sin space, but we'll get to them later. This team here, who is this anyway? Let's see.
Before we do that, there was one other thing I just remembered this.
Mhm.
We went over a whole bunch of people who were going to which planet, and I don't remember. And I know we didn't talk about it last week. Where's Mike going?
Mike.
I had it written down somewhere.
I have a feeling that Mike would be going home.
Definitely talk
because he's a pilot, and if we have more ships then pilots are needed to bring people back. If we have ships that can bring people back.
Mike is likely headed home. I'm going to say Mike is going to want to go home. He definitely does not want to go to the BioLab.
Mm-hmm.
He would much rather go home, for sure.
That occurred to me over the week here as well.
Right.
I have a strange feeling Mike is about to enter his big character arc.
It's hard to say. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So it looks like other than Mike, which we just talked about, Thiwar, Guthix, Timmy, Chud, and of course Drake, Tungsten, and Fizz, the two pilots of the two Ganger ships, Ganger 2 and Ganger 3. They're flying back to Valorca Alpha. The only thing I guess that you've got to figure out as far as that is who is going on what ship, because obviously you're taking both Gangers. You're taking both Ganger 2 and Ganger 3. So the red Ganger piloted by Drake Tungsten and the green Ganger piloted by your brand new friend Fizz.
Did we talk about
Hmm.
strapping one of the ships to the Ganger?
We did, but we said we're not going to.
Okay. Like I know that conversation happened, but I couldn't remember what the outcome of that conversation was.
Yeah, that I think the outcome was they wouldn't be very useful.
Hmm.
Like unless you need like a scout ship or something, which yeah, they would be a burden. Plus you don't have that many people. You'd really be like splitting up people if you're trying to have like ships. I mean, you're already talking about like, oh, what if there's ships that we need to take back with them? Well, what if you don't have enough pilots?
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, I
And
think
Derek,
that
and Derek is on his way too. But
yeah. Plus
Derek is like going to be behind us though.
Derek is going to be behind. Yeah, that's correct. So Derek is on his way, but he's a few days back from your characters. So yes. So yeah. And then of course everybody else is probably still preparing and then, getting on the Sin ship and getting ready to go that way. But again, like I said, we'll figure those people out later. So,
I don't think it really matters to me at all what ship Guthix goes in or Timmy. So
Timmy's not gonna want to go with Fizz, his new buddy,
I mean
his new
that's true.
drinking
That's true.
buddy.
That's true. Yeah. Timmy will
Both
go.
halflings,
Yeah. Never mind. That's an excellent point.
Right,
But
right,
Guthix, it's chill. Wherever space accommodates best.
right. Plenty of space in both ships.
Because Guthix's man is not going on this one. Guthix isn't Guthix got a bro crush on Guy?
No.
What?
Or no, is it? Oh no, wait a minute. That's
You
the other
thinking
one.
of Solus? Solus fucking
Solus.
loves all the Ganger heroes.
Yeah. Solus.
What's up? But unfortunately, Solus has a different job to do.
Right. Solus is a big fan of Drake Tungsten. And he likes all the Ganger guys, but yeah, he is with Guy. Well, he's gonna be with Guy heading back to that Sin base. So that's what's going on with him. Well,
Sure.
yeah. I figure if Timmy is going with we'll have Guthix go with Drake maybe.
Sure. That's fine.
Where's Thiwar gonna ride? In the Halfling mobile or in the Midge mobile?
Well, you got to keep in mind that, like that one probably still looks like the inside of a bar.
It totally does.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that one totally still looks like the inside of a bar. Yeah, 100%.
And
100%. They have not had
and a Wild West bar at that.
Right. They have not had to do anything with that. Oh, yeah, there is one other person going. I just remembered. There is one other person. Rumbe is going home.
Yeah.
Rumbe is definitely 100% going in Drake's Ganger 2 because there's a forklift in the back.
Oh God.
Of course.
Rumbe's forklift that he stole from the derelict ship. So
Well, if
you know.
Rumbe's not going with the bar, I'm gonna stick with the bar and go Ganger 3.
All right, all right. And then I'm thinking Chud might be kind of a teetotaler since he's a paladin. He's never been one to like really go to the bar. Plus, he's got to have his horse. So I'm gonna say. Plus, he has stuff in common with Drake as well. So I'm figuring that's probably the. Also,
Makes sense.
Guthix then can help take care of heroes. You know,
Mhm.
have
That's
some
true.
hay and stuff for him. So
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, if Harro was ever more interested in the game, I feel like there would be funny interactions between Guthix and Chud for Heroes'
I think so as
involvement.
well. Maybe another time.
Perhaps.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, wait, what? Laugh my ass
Geo
off at
Metro.
Halfling Mobile. It's just a Geo Metro. I had a Geo Metro. I had a pink Geo Metro, but I only had it for like a couple of months because there was this one year where I just got into like 3 really bad car accidents.
Holy shit.
Is that the one that you flipped on the highway?
No, 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 no,
What is
no.
this lore I'm hearing right now? What?
No, I flipped a like a brand new Hyundai Elantra on the highway. Yeah, that was the worst one.
Mhm.
That was the worst one. No, the Geo Metro, I was on my way to work at Ritz Camera, and this dude pulled out in front of me, and I just like smashed into his pickup, and he somehow he was in an old Ford pickup, an old red pickup, and that shit limped away. He ran from the scene.
Oh shit.
And like I got to look at him as he was leaving, and I swear to God he had a case of beer in the car.
That's probably why he ran.
But they never found the guy. And this was in West Virginia, so
Oh, he
Well,
probably.
then it definitely is what happened.
absolutely had a case of beer in his car.
10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Like, or I think at work, like I was scheduled to work at 10, so it was like 9:30 or whatever. Something like that.
That's a bad day.
Yeah, it sucked. The little tiny Geo Metro, man, like the airbag deployed. I was like all messed up from the airbag, but like it was just crunched. Like the whole front of that car was just crunched in.
Damn.
Annihilated. And then they towed it, like of course they took me to the hospital. They towed it to some random yard in West Virginia, and somebody stole my tags. Like immediately.
Oh, that's
Of
brutal,
course,
man.
it's because West Virginia.
Fucking brutal.
I like went to the yard to like get some stuff out of the car, and I was like, "Where's the license plate?" And like they're like, "Oh, it should be on there." Ah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, story time from DM Steve.
Yeah.
That's a classic story time.
It is, yeah, it's wild. It was wild, but yeah, Geo Metro. That was the second accident, I think, and then I had a third accident, but it wasn't quite as bad. Anyway, they all sucked. Woo.
Yep.
All right, so Argyle is on the station right now, so I guess we'll start with Argyle because that kind of makes the most sense. He's already there.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get his voice so that I don't have to cough every 5 seconds while I'm doing his voice.
Dan,
That's kind of like just part of Argyle, though.
I want you to do me a favor. At some
that?
point, go back to the beginning
Mm-hmm.
and listen to Argyle's voice. Go back.
Okay.
And slowly over time, Argyle has morphed into Greyrock.
Probably has, yeah.
Because the beginning Argyle voice was not nearly as gruff.
Okay.
He has become really gruff. So if you go back to the beginning and listen to what you did at the beginning and maybe try and do that.
Okay. I mean, I may have to go back to. I'll go back and listen. Yeah.
Go
I'll see
back
if
and
I can-
listen, but he's definitely not as gruff at the beginning. He's become just over the last like several
been through a
years
lot.
of play,
Yeah.
and a year and a half of
yeah.
actual in-game time for Argyle, because that's when he left his village, was a year and a half
Yeah.
ago.
You forget Argyle is only 18 years old.
Right.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Argyle's only 18. Argyle's one of the youngest characters.
Right, because he was 17 when he left home.
Mm-hmm.
Because wasn't it his 17th birthday?
Yeah, it was his 17th birthday when he left home.
So he's 18 and a half, basically.
Yeah, basically so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because everything in like everything pre, at least for the Capital Capers people, that was about a year total
Mm-hmm.
for like Guthix and Argyle and well, for part of it Thiwar ran, like those characters. That was about a year, and then it's been almost exactly 6 months since that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it has.
It has, which is funny. If we had been a little bit quicker, I realized if we had been a little bit quicker, Guthix, Ren, and Argyle met outside of Porta Nova because they were going to the Summer Solstice Festival,
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
which
That's
means
right.
that it's Christmas time. If it's a year and a half later, it's Christmas time. It's like
Mhm.
like winter solstice. It's like Yule.
Would they know it's Christmas time at all?
Well, I mean, they would have. Remember, Here'smas, last Here'smas that Bam sings. That's essentially the same religion as Mary
Mm-hmm.
and Chud and anybody else who believes in the old gods from your world. So on your world, there is Heroes Mass.
Ah.
That's sick.
People celebrate Heroes Mass because the horse Heroes is named after the hero Heroes, who is like kind of like a combination between Hercules and Jesus.
Herculesus?
Herculesus. In fact, on some world, he probably is called Herculesus.
Is it like
But
Talos?
you didn't get the joke, did you? I said, do they know it's Christmas at all?
Oh, because of...
Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
because of Yorgi.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's
like my one eye is like, I'm like, it's like, ugh.
He's
Welcome
squeaking.
another Nate. Another Nate is here. He's home.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Panic, Nate is home. Welcome. Ah, yes.
What are we doing?
All right, so
Spending an hour and a half just
Bullshitting.
before we
right,
even
right.
play one
That's
game.
that's the real dicks in the dark that you come for.
That's what you come for. That's
Mm-hmm.
you come for the banter and stay for the dicks.
That's
So-
what she said.
That is what she said, probably. So, Argyle, what is Argyle doing? So he's on the station.
Argyle is, I think when we last left off, Argyle had said that they needed a crane because we needed to find a crane so we could pick the Sin ship up so he could get underneath of it to look at exactly what he needs. And then Tanalana had said that maybe we would be able to
Salvage parts
apart from
from
the other ship to
the
get
other
to
ship.
put to create a landing gear on this Sin ship. So I guess the first thing we're looking for is a crane.
Right, right,
bird
right,
or-
right.
Fraser. We're looking for Fraser.
All right. So
Because Niles would be completely useless in this situation.
so you are in I mean, if you remember,
It's a massive station.
it is a massive the Destiny fit inside the bay with like room for tons of other ships.
Okay, so here's
So like
the
the
thing.
bay is like the whole opening is huge. Now some of the ships obviously didn't land. Some of them just kind of like floated in the bay.
Okay, so the reason I rolled that was because there was a decision. It's either Argyle knows to look in the computer to find out the location, or he actually goes off to look for it. Well, guess what he did?
He went off to look for it.
Yeah. Because even though he could probably find it in the computer, he didn't think of that. He went off to look for a crane.
Okay. All right. So Argyle's like he leaves the computer and he goes to look for a crane. And then while he is doing that, Tanalana is beginning the maintenance cycle on the Sin ship so that gets started so that you're not like stranded or anything crazy. And then once she gets the cycle started, she's going to go over to that other ship and see if she can't.
What did she say was exactly what did she say was wrong with that ship?
There's a lot wrong with that ship. Yeah, that ship it has a hull breach.
That's a Frobos ship,
It's a
right?
Frobos ship and it has a hull breach.
Okay.
So it's like it's like no good, but you could get parts off of it. Like it's definitely it's not going to fly again. Or be safe to, fly with people in it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could make it fly, but you could definitely salvage some pieces from it. So once she stops or starts the maintenance cycle, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna go over and salvage pieces from it. She also said that she had another project, if you recall. So you kind of assume she's gonna do whatever the hell she wants because she's tunnel on Oxenfree.
Mm-hmm. One other thing, while I'm thinking about it, there's probably fuel on this station. If it's not, there's probably fuel in that ship, but there might be fuel in the station. Argyle's probably going to want to refuel.
Well, there's definitely E42 on that other ship.
Mm-hmm.
But getting that from their ship to your ship is not something Argyle knows how to do.
Luckily, there are people coming who know how to do this.
That's what I was just about to say. There are people coming. In fact, even some of your characters probably by this time, even Timmy, I feel like at this point, should definitely know how to do that. In fact, he's been studying that shit for the last 2 weeks, so he should be
Yeah.
he should be an expert on it now. So I know that name. I love the waffle. The waffle? I must have missed something. It's okay.
All right. That's why you gotta look at chat more often.
Right. My eyes are not working.
But
Oh, when you all waffle for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
When we the chat, the random blah 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 blah.
hmm
Got it.
So Argyle's looking for a frickin' crane.
A crane. Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check. Actually, you know what?
I was gonna say this is gonna be even better than that wisdom check, boy.
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check, because he is walking around a giant bay, like, essentially, like, walking around looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's huge. It's this, and it's white too, and everything is white in the Frobos. So it's like all white. So it's just like looking around. He's like trying to find.
In the migraine.
Yeah, yeah. He's got that thing where like the tunnel, the
Yeah.
He's like, oh. All right. So Argyle is doing that. Tanalana is doing some maintenance. She's messing with that other ship. What about the folks on the Gengar? Is there anything you've left info? You have jumped into the void. It's going to be about 3 days to home. So you've got 3 days to pretty much do whatever you think you can do, unless you get a panicked call from Argyle saying, "You gotta get here faster." Because that is possible. The ships could come even faster, but at that point, you really drain down some of the power.
I feel like this is a situation where it's like you're like, I'm developing my social links with the characters of the next few days. So I'm choosing which character that I want Guthix to talk to and be like, level 5 friendship.
Right. Well, at the moment, I guess it's Guthix is hanging with Chud and Drake. So I imagine that the conversation is not very cerebral on that ship.
Ah, yes. You know, Drake, we don't get a chance to talk all that often. What kind of things do you enjoy? What is your life like outside of being a great hero of the galaxy?
Let's see. What do I enjoy? Chicks. Um, Drink. Women. Parties. I like parties.
Oh, yes, I'm a good fan of a good party. You know, I'll have to show you if we have the chance. No one parties like the woodland elves do. You know,
Oh God.
I'm over 100 years old, and what do you think I was primarily doing during my upbringing, my good friend?
I love how Guthix is flirting with.
But I don't know. What were you doing during your upbringing?
And
But
Guthix
partying, of course.
looks like a chick, so.
Huh? Really?
Of course, yes. If we get the chance, I'll have to invite you to a woodland party sometime. Ooh, it gets a little freaky, but I think you're probably the type to be into that kind of thing.
Oh, hey. I enjoy elf maidens or Charl maidens. So yeah. That would be great. I'd like that.
Great.
Chud over there, like these guys. Feeding his horse. What about on the other ship?
What do you do with all the horse crap we're accumulating? Do we have like a port eject into space?
Yeah. You gotta
God.
you just
No,
like
no.
eject
No,
that
we
stuff.
use it to
You vaporize
grow
it.
food.
It's
Grow
a
food on the
no.
ship.
It's.
Oh
there's-
yeah,
there's-
probably.
There's a replimat or something like that. You probably feed it into the ship, and it
Oh, for energy?
No.
for something.
No. That's definitely not. You're definitely not feeding shit into the ship. Definitely not. On the Destiny, there is a garden.
Well, yeah, of course.
And in the
we
garden,
use
yeah,
that.
the horse shit's fertilizer, obviously. in in Gengar 2, Drake is just like, don't let that horse shit in my ship. he's like keep it in the back. Because remember, Drake's ship is kind of messed up too. Drake's ship is like it's all hollowed out because the back used to be a slave pen. Because remember, the car enslavers were like the people that had Gengar 2. So Gengar 2 has this big space in the back. That's where the
Oh God!
Oh, no, that's
If he hasn't been able to get the smell out from the slavers and then the horses in there, that place probably stinks to
No, he
hell.
cleaned that really good. No, he cleaned it really, really good. It's clean. It just doesn't have any, it's just like totally empty. That's where the forklift is. So Rumbe's probably back there. So Rumbe is probably all the way in the back with Drake, or I mean with the yeah,
forklift.
with Chud and the horse and the forklift. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
All right. Of course on Gengar 3, you've got a bar, because remember Gengar 3, like Dan said, is legitimately like the interior of it is it's a bar. Like actually, just a bar.
Who all do we have on this one? Who's left? Timmy and
Timmy is
Here we'll make sure we know where everybody is. Here's Fizz.
Well, wait a minute. Like Voltron, can these things transform independently of not connecting into a major
No.
a robot?
No.
Like
I
the-
mean, it
like
could
like
transform
Voltron,
into an arm,
like
but that would be
Hey.
kind of weird and useless in space.
okay.
No, they're more like vehicle Voltron. They're more like
Okay.
the like Daruger, where it
Mhm.
just they come
Gotcha.
together and they're just a ship that clicks together and it's not like Transform. It's not like Devastator, where
Okay.
they're all like little cars that then turn into robots and then like turn into a big robot. No.
Okay.
That'd be badass, but
Because I'm thinking about the bar. What's going to happen if they don't take the bar out? What's going to happen to the bar when they transform? When it
Why
transforms
would we take the bar out?
I mean, the
What?
bar becomes the forearm. What do you think? What do you think happens to the bar?
But
I mean, you can see the bar on screen right now. You can see where the bar
That-
is. The bar becomes the forearm. The bar is right here.
but don't internal mechanisms have to happen to make it become an arm? Doesn't it transform into an arm, and wouldn't that destroy like planks and things like that?
No, because it goes and then there's like that's what this
Don't
is
think
right
about
here.
it too much, Dan.
Yeah. You
I'm
probably
sorry.
shouldn't think about it too much, but do you see these things right here?
Yeah.
So that's mechanism. So what happens is that this like actually it like elongates, it like pulls out, and then that's the joint.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Right? Now,
That
if
makes
you're
sense.
in that center part when things are transforming, yeah, that's a bad scene. You don't want to be in there.
Well, there is wood there, I would imagine. That probably was going to get destroyed.
Yeah, that's gonna get destroyed. But again, the whole thing would have to transform for it to happen, and that's
Yeah.
like we're very far away from that at this point. They'll probably if Fizz listen, if Fizz wants to keep the decor, if he wants to keep the bar, he'll figure out a way to keep the bar. But yeah, this part back here is totally fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing that has to happen here because the hand is below.
Ah, okay.
So the hand comes out because this isn't because obviously it's not there's this floor, but then there's more. It's
Right.
thicker. It's not like just this one thin little ship, right? You've seen the side of it. It's as thick as it is wide, right? So yes, and they definitely elongate. All of them they do. Actually, the legs don't elongate, but yeah, the arms both both elongate. But yeah, you could totally keep the bar back here. So obviously, we got Timmy at the bar back here. Who else is on this ship? Is Thiwar on here?
Yes.
Got Thiwar hanging out. You know.
Is Mike on this one?
And then, yeah, probably Mike. Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, if it's the bar. Mike is definitely hanging. Actually, Mike might be behind the bar, playing out a fantasy. Ah, shit. Fuck it. Autopilot. Well, we know what's happening on this
looks
ship.
like we
then.
got a great
it looks,
squad here,
Yeah.
fellas.
it looks
Yeah.
like we totally know what's happening on this ship.
Yeah,
This
boys.
is-
I've been doing a lot I've been doing a lot with the engineering stuff, and it got me thinking. What can we do to revolutionize the bar experience, the drinking experience?
I like what this guy's thinking.
We're clearly in the future, but the bar remains consistent, and maybe that's just a telltale sign of the greatness, the ingenuity of the invention of the bar.
He's
How
going to
can
be
we
the
make it even better?
halfling John Taffer. Is that what he is?
I think he's just drunk talking. That's what it sounds like. Another round, boys, and then he's got a Mike has got he's gonna try the thing where he like slides the drinks down. He's got to get all the way at the end here.
Hold on a
So
second.
he can slide. Oh wait, he's got to make a he's got he's got to make some checks.
What is he
Where?
sliding? Like
Hold on a
huge
second.
He's
beer
bruised.
mugs.
Yeah, like bruised down the bar. For
Not sliding
people
a
to-
martini glass all
to
the way
people
down.
to
Steve, if I
catch.
link you something, could you play it on like the stream? It's a little short video meme.
I don't know if I could play a video easily.
Yeah, I think that if Mike
Give me
is
a
making
drink,
drinks, Mike is
bartender.
using his fire abilities.
Let's see. Hang on. I might be able to play it on the stream, but you guys won't be able to see it. Maybe is.
Give me a drink, bartender.
That's working or not? Maybe it is.
Gets me every time.
We should have to play Tapper as some sort of like mini game right now.
Yes. All right. Yes, definitely Tapper. Okay, Mike. Let's see. He's gonna
Like I said, I think Mike would be using his fire abilities to create fire drinks.
Mike creates some fire drinks. Don't get him wrong.
Oh yeah, he's definitely creating some fire drinks. What are you talking about? All right, that
A rum
first one,
punch.
that first one, that first one's going down to Fizz, and let's see, can Fizz catch it?
Nope. Oh wow.
Just barely.
Barely.
Just barely. He's like, oh my, I almost run the fucking
Fizz is deep in
right
it,
off
but he
the
still got
bar. Yeah. He maybe a little bit spilled out onto the bar. All right, unfortunate. Mike. Mike's doing it, but what about the other guys? Here we go. This one's down for Timmy.
Let's
Timmy
see.
catch
has
it?
to make a dex little thingamabob here.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it.
And then the last one, this is not even nearly that far. So yeah. So the war.
Oh,
Oh,
just barely.
Woo! Oh, we're getting better, mates. We're getting better.
it's a quick 3 days on the Ganger.
Yeah. So
Just-
Either
The second one
either
is just
that or it's a
fully
very,
asleep.
very long 3 days.
yeah.
I'm telling you right now, that goes one of two ways. It's either really quick or it's really fucking long.
Mhm.
Nah, from Nelson Con every year, I know that kind of day goes very quick.
Day one is long, then day two doesn't exist because you're unconscious, and then
Right,
suddenly it's day
right.
three.
Yeah, see, that's the idea. The idea is like party all the first day, like drink heavily the first day, and then like just completely be passed out, like done the second day. The third day, you're kind of like, well, and you start drinking again. That way,
Yeah,
you're like
Here's the thing, though.
in good shape for when you get back home.
Did they have time to fix the plumbing?
You broke the plumbing here?
We did
Or do you mean it?
the house that we rented.
No.
No, on the Ganger. Did y'all have time to fix the plumbing?
The plumbing.
Yeah, because there's a porcelain god going to be involved at some point.
Once the Gengar was back into once it was back into what do you call it mode, and it had power again, then the plumbing and stuff is taken care of. There's no
Okay.
plumbing. You know, you just vaporize your poo with plasma or something.
Well, I'm not talking about poo. They're drinking heavily.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. You know, I mean, the same thing. You just like, you know, you just.
It's fine.
Actually, the pee probably does get like put back into the ship. You know. 'Cause,
Well,
like,
no,
used for...
there's probably vomit.
Oh, I mean, that's just all over the bar.
That's just par for the scene.
Yeah. You think of like, there's no getting anywhere, and that's just the vomit's just covering everything. by
D&D
this
universe
point.
is very gross if you think about it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
always
it's
fighting,
pretty-
getting shit all over you all the time.
Yeah,
going to
it's always
demons.
super nasty, for sure. Especially our games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So now we know what everybody's doing. Let's see. Argyle. Let's see. Jeez. Argyle's still.
I've got 3 days to look for this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend 3 days looking for a goddamn crane.
Definitely
eventually-
not. Go ahead and make
eventually-
another wisdom check.
He may actually just ask Tanalon if she sees it.
Have you seen a crane?
Jesus Christ.
So he's like he looks around. Go ahead and make another intelligence check then, because you're still looking. Maybe you'll get lucky. You never know.
Nope. Nope.
Argyle, like, he walks right by one. He's like looking right at one. Doesn't even know what he's looking
Like
at.
when you
'cause
open the
it's-
fridge and you can't find the
Yeah.
thing. Even though it's
Right,
right-
it's all folded up, so he just like thinks it's part of the ceiling, and he's just like, ugh. Argyle spends like half the day. He spends hours and hours just wandering around this thing until he finally has like a splitting headache because it's all white and there's
Mhm.
nothing in there, and he's just like, "Ugh, there's gotta be. Did they take them all?" He's all mad and shit, and finally frustrated. What does he do when he's finally frustrated and he gives up? Like manually looking.
He goes and sits down at the computer. That's where the chair is.
hmm
And he's like, and he's just basically like just grumbling to himself.
So he goes back up to the ops station and like
Yeah.
sits down. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Kind of closes his eyes and is grumbling to himself.
Okay.
Unless the comm is open and then he's grumbling to everybody.
Right. So he's sitting there and he's grumbling.
God damn, I don't even know where. Did they take it? Why did they paint it white? It's just. God damn it.
Hello.
What the hell is that?
What?
Argyle,
Uh,
did you talk to me?
he actually spins around in the chair and is like, who is saying that? Who's. What? What? Who's there?
Oh, sorry. It's Arch on the Destiny.
Arch gets me every time.
Every time.
Somehow the creepiest character in the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Did I leave this on?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there something I can help you with? Do you need me to get the commander?
No. I'm just looking for a crane.
A crane?
A crane.
For
was hoping
what?
I was hoping he'd say it again. Like 5 times.
A crane, a crane.
A crane! A crane! A crane!
I need to lift the Elise up.
Oh, buddy, you're not even back on the.
Yeah, geez, you're not even there yet. You're already thinking about that. Jeez.
Wait, I don't think he ever told anybody that though.
What?
The ship. I named it the Elise,
Ah,
but I need to
how
lift it up.
sweet.
Show the picture of this guy. Because I love the picture of this guy because he doesn't look like how he sounds.
He looks really pretty.
It doesn't look at all like it looks like a girl that sounds like somebody from Dark Shadows.
Yeah, so you weren't here for it because he found out on his own, but Arch also suffers from riftium poisoning.
Is that why he sounds like that?
Probably. Got him specifically in the throat.
Right.
that is the telltale sign of Riftian poisoning. Is they all sound like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's whisper syndrome.
I'm looking for a crane. I need to pick the ship up so I can work on the landing gear.
Oh. And you're having difficulty?
Finding the crane.
Have you searched using the computer?
Fuck. Oh.
Yeah, there's like you realize that
yeah.
there's like probably 24 cranes. And you looked at all of them. Like probably a dozen times each. As you walk back and forth in this thing.
Listen. Just don't mention this to anybody.
Oh. You are off.
Damn it.
Don't worry. It's light duty shift.
Ah,
It's
okay.
night here.
Argyle's been in space for like 2 months. It's night everywhere.
Yeah, it's night everywhere. It really is. Oh, another Nate says also Cat wants you all to know that it is super important. Meow. I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Argyle finds the crane that is closest to the Elise and picks the Elise up.
Okay. You find the crane, and fortunately,
Oh wait,
the
is Tanalana in the Elise?
not currently. Tonalana is in that Frobos ship at the moment.
Okay. So he's gonna actually he needs to pick them both up.
He probably does.
So he's gonna pick up the Elise, and then he's going to Tanalana. Are you
Yeah.
there?
I'm here.
I'm getting ready to pick both ships up.
Do it.
Burp.
Whee!
It's those claws. It's those vending machine claws.
Yeah, fortunately the Frobos, all of the Frobos stuff is pretty easy to use. It's very, very user friendly. So you're easily able to kind of get both ships and position them in a way that.
That could have been you could have had me play the claw game.
Yeah, I definitely could have had you play the claw game, like smashing the ships together. Argyle knows how to win. I can control it.
No, it goes down, but it doesn't quite grab the ship.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
It drops
just
it
kind of keeps like
every time.
Just every single time it like kind of goes in between. And it's like, oh, I got it this time. I got it this time, and it's like, nope. Oh man, I worked with a lady who her son, who was like 12 years old or something, wanted a claw machine. So they got him a claw machine, and they
like
put it in.
Like a full-size claw machine?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
weird.
Wow.
He wanted a claw machine. They got him a claw machine, and then he put it in a place, and he like ran this claw machine, and then he made enough money with the claw machine that he bought more claw machines and eventually opened his own game center, and the kid's like 13.
Wow.
I
You know
don't like
what, though?
I don't
That-
work with this lady anymore, obviously. But I like friended her on Facebook, and I like kind of like pay attention to like her kids thing because it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So those claw machines, man, they ain't no joke. That the fact that it can't pick things up, man, people pumping the quarters in,
Oh, yeah.
dollars or whatever it is now. I don't know.
Starting the gambling early.
Bitcoin, pumping that Bitcoin into those claw machines.
Yep.
All right. So, okay, so Argyle, he lifts up the ships. He's got them up, and Tana's working on her stuff.
So now that I've got them up and they're secure, Argyle's just going to go look and start to inspect on what he needs to do to disassemble landing gear from one and assemble it onto the other.
how is he going to do that? How is he going to accomplish this?
So he's going to go down and he's going to look at it first.
Okay.
Because he needs to determine whether the landing. Well, I guess he knows that the landing gear on the one ship works because I guess it's out already because it's landed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I guess what the first thing he needs to do is he needs to see how badly damaged the bottom of the Sin ship is.
So the landing gear of the Sin ship just totally ripped off. And the kind of hatches that's all ripped off too. So there's kind of like exposed underneath. As far as like the hull on the bottom, it's like kind of messed up a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't look crazy. There's no big
Okay.
holes in it or anything like. Obviously, you would have made it through space, but so that's kind of the state of things, just visually.
Okay. So then I guess he's going to start to try to figure out how to disassemble the landing
Make an
gear.
intelligence check.
Yeah, I know. Woo, that would have been really bad, boy.
Oh yeah, because this is. So. It's like.
I mean,
Let's
he's got piloting skill, but he doesn't have engineering skill.
No, he does not. Roll me a D4, Dan.
A D4?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm being kind. So like 3 hours pass, and Argyle's just staring at these things and has made zero progress whatsoever. And finally, Tanalana comes out, and she was like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Trying
Now
to figure out.
she's been in the other ship the whole time. She peeks her head out. She's like up, like it's still in it.
I'm trying to figure out how to disassemble this, put it on that.
Why don't you ask the computer to do it for you?
What do you mean?
Well, big bay like this, Frobas, they're all like technologically fancy and everything. It's probably automated. You might just be able to get that to do it for you.
Argyle's learning a very valuable lesson today. Just make the computer do it every time.
Automated?
Yeah, automated. It means the computer will do it for you.
Do I have to be next to a console and actually punch that in, or can I ask the computer? I would know this. That's something I would know. From being on a Frobaz ship. Or a Frobaz built ship.
I mean, When you were here before, you were able to just like talk to the computer.
Computer. Computer.
But no longer.
Computer.
Yeah. Shit. What did I
Hello,
just do?
computer.
Hello, computer. It's like, trying to do the thing with my mouse, and then I'm messing things up. So, yeah, nothing happens. And then Tana's like, I don't know. Maybe you have to do it from the console.
Let me go up there.
She leaps down from the ship onto the deck, and she's got some kind of contraption. She's like, you don't know what it is. It's this like box, and it's got some like wires on it, and it looks like she made it.
What's that?
I just need one more part. I wonder if they have any bots or droids or something.
I think they had some.
Drones.
Once we get up there, we'll find out.
Hey, Star Trek 4 is my my favorite old
Star Trek-
school.
Star Trek 4 is like one of the is
It's
the
my
second.
favorite.
It's the second best movie.
I think it's the best, but I have a
Wow.
fondness for it. I love it from my childhood, but it's the
I-
best.
I will
The
say
best. Double
will say
dumbass on you.
I will say it's number 2 behind Wrath of
Double
God.
Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yep. Anyway,
So where
get
was
up
I?
to we were going up to the thing.
Oh yeah, going up to the thing. Tana's got this contraption.
What's it
And
gonna
she's-
do?
Well, if I can find the parts that I need, it might allow somebody to join us.
What do you mean?
Kind of in a weird way. Well, see this thing right here, and she like turns it over. She's like, this is a holographic emitter. And the way that I've got it worked, I put it on this multi here, and she's like showing you all this stuff, and she's like, anyway, somebody with mind link from a location far away could be here with us. Like, kind of.
He has no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Tunnel is contacting tech support.
Yeah.
Coming in to take over your computer.
I
Find out
know
how to
what
operate this.
I know what you're getting at. But
Yeah,
Argyle,
yeah. Argyle's just
Argyle's
like,
oh no. So once they get up there, Argyle's like, computer. Maybe they deactivated voice. Let me figure this out. Computer, reactivate voice.
you might have to check manually. What do you want done?
Well, let's see if we can turn voice activation on first.
Well, let me see what I can do. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working.
All right. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Transparent aluminum.
Right. Timmy and Thiwar make Constitution checks.
Oh no.
It's a couple hours have passed. Let's see what's going on here.
Oh.
Timmy's passed the fuck out.
Oh
Ooh,
Wow.
Thiwar is
man.
chugging
Thiwar,
along
he's
though,
holding it.
man. He's Thiwar is just
Thiwar has more body mass.
he's
That's
rock
true.
and roll,
Yeah.
man. Let's see
Double your height.
here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
that's gonna. He's gone.
Oh no, Fizz is done.
Oh god. You mean Thiwar drank the two
Drank the two halflings under
under
the
the table.
table. Under the table. Let's see. Actually, let's see if the two humans are the ones that we got Mike left. Where is Mike?
Yep.
Wow,
Nope.
he drank everybody
No.
under the table.
Thwar drank everybody under the table. He like pulled some little cantrip shit to like make it seem like he was drinking while everybody else was like going hard. And
Just simple
he
sleight of
was
hand, just like
right.
sipping but not sipping. Yeah.
Right. And everybody else is just like trashed, and Thwar is like taking Ganger 3 for a spin.
Oh, can I actually fly the ship and kind of do some barrel rolls and some tricks?
Not in faster than light, unfortunately. No, you'd have to come out of the void and go to impulse to do
See
some
Drake
tricks.
over there
I'm
going,
getting flashbacks of the race
What are you-
again.
what are you guys doing over there? What are you guys doing over there?
Yeah, Jay. No, they wouldn't know.
Then I have to do some illusionist shenanigans. Do I have a Sharpie anywhere?
Yeah.
I want to find a Sharpie.
There's probably
Not a Sharpie. Some
not a
charcoal.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's in the bar. There probably is some kind of writing implement. I'm sure. Yeah, probably some kind of charcoal. Maybe even like a pencil or something like that.
Okay. I need mustaches and phallic symbols on
yeah.
everyone.
There's 100% some way to make mustaches. I just thought of a way that was maybe unfortunate, but I'm not going to talk about that.
That's horrible, dude. That's fucking terrible.
We were talking about where does it go, Dave? It's on my friends' faces. Oh, Jesus, never mind. Sorry. Oh, this is it's taking a turn.
Yep.
Taking a turn.
Subscribe to Dix in the Dark for more of this.
That means poopy. That does mean poopy. That's exactly what I was talking about. All right. So there's that. All right. So Argyle is trying his best to try and figure out how to do this thing. Go ahead. Let's see.
Actually, Argyle remembers that Tonalana wants bots. If there's more than one bot, maybe the bots will go ahead and do the work for him. So he's going to try to get the bots online.
All right. So he's looking around. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Yeah, he's never going to be able to do anything on this ship. Nope.
Argyle's having problems, but if he's sitting there talking to Donalana, she will probably also give it a try. Yeah, so Argyle and Tonalana have kind of a frustrating first day. There's a lot of like searching for things and trying to get things to work and calling tech support and nobody's answering. And Argyle has a headache, and like finally it's like you're like just exhausted, tired.
Argyle does know that there are sleeping quarters on this thing.
Yeah, of course. Are you gonna
And-
change into those paper clothes?
Definitely not. But because he knows there are sleeping quarters, he knows there are comfortable beds here. More comfortable than what's on the Elise.
Right.
So he's gonna go he's gonna tell Tanalana this, and he's gonna be like, we can actually sleep in like comfortable beds.
Okay. So they find some comfortable beds and just like crash out.
Mm-hmm.
Like both of them are just like exhausted and they just like completely crash out. Of course, back on the ships, there's drinking and shenanigans. The whole first day obviously went poorly for the halflings and everything. And everybody sleeps. Everybody sleeps a really long time too. Of course, when the guys on the Gengar 3 wake up, they have mustaches and dicks and all kinds of things drawn on their faces, and they're feeling none too good this second day of travel. Um, is Argyle still? Argyle's not hurt anymore, is he? He totally the
Oh, we were in space for
yeah
2
for
months.
forever. That's what I thought. Not 2 months. You were in space for like a month, but
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, so
Mhm.
Argyle, so he let's see. Because he had not slept in like a good bed with like without like the dick helmet attached to his head and all kinds of weird shit. He slept for like 12 hours.
Okay.
But he wakes up like kind of refreshed.
Okay.
He actually wakes up and Tana's not even there.
I wouldn't even imagine that we're sleeping in the same room.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you
He's-
just went and slept in the barracks, if you went and found like super nice bedrooms, you probably didn't sleep in the same room, yeah.
He's gonna take a shower. He probably hasn't
Okay.
had a shower in like, because I guarantee you, there's probably not a shower on the Elise.
Oh God.
Definitely not. Yeah, 100%. No, yeah.
He's gonna
So,
go. Not only is that, but he's going to utilize like the facilities. He's gonna clean his like while he's taking a shower. He's gonna have the computer clean his outfit.
uh-huh.
Like he's just gonna get he's gonna get cleaned up.
Okay. So he gets cleaned up. He's trying to he gets the computer. He does remember that the computer can clean the clothes. He does figure that out. That's pretty simple, especially since he's found kind of like this suite. There's like everything's all laid out, so it's all easy. So he kind of does that. He's even able to get some nice breakfast. And
Fresh underwear.
Yeah, fresh underwear, some nice breakfast.
Yeah.
He's able to kind of get all his stuff, and then finally is able to kind of get back to things, and now since you've been here for a little while, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Woo!
All right. So refreshed, Argyle gets up and he's better able to navigate the computer. Tana, also refreshed, is also much better able to navigate the computer. And between the two of you, you're able to find some maintenance droids. And you're able to get them activated. And you're able to get them started on repairs. The other thing that has happened is that the maintenance cycle on the Elise has finished successfully. So your void drive is good for another run.
Did we get the voice activation turned back on?
You were never able to do that. There's
Okay.
some things that are locked down for some reason, and voice isn't working.
Okay.
But once you were able, you can command the bots through voice, but you can't talk to the computer through voice for some reason.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like once you got the bots activated, you can kind of tell them, like these maintenance droids, you
Mhm.
can kind of be like, hey, do this, do that, like, and you
Did
kind of, they don't really talk
Mhm.
to you, but they'll follow your orders.
Did she get what she needed?
She got what she needed, and she is also working. And so the doing that work, the computer estimates that that's pretty much going to take all that second day.
That's fine. So I think what Argyle's going to do then is he's going to split his time. He's going to split his time between checking on the bots, making sure that they're doing their thing, and using the sensors to see what he can see down on the planet.
Okay. Okay. So he's between doing stuff with the ships, he's checking down on the planet then. He's trying to see what information that he can find about the planet. Okay. He, in his scans, he doesn't get a whole lot of new information, but there is one thing that he maybe didn't know before. I don't think he knew this before. And that is the fact that at least the Sin ship that is in Porta Nova is not the same as what you have.
Okay.
It appears to be a larger ship.
Oh, okay.
How much larger, you're not 100% sure.
Could he
But it's
find
generating this field, so.
Could he find this one?
Currently, no. Right now, yeah. Right now, this one is. I mean, he can physically locate it, but there's no connection to it or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just.
But it's staying
like
still.
it's
not
like dormant.
It's not moving or anything.
It's not moving. It's not powered.
Okay.
Like it has, the reactor is intact, so there's power, but it is not currently powered. If that makes sense.
Mhm. From the scans, does it seem like it's the same ship as the one over here?
Yes,
So they're larger ships.
they're larger ships.
But he can't tell how much larger.
No, no, not from this. No.
Okay. Okay.
Is he gonna other than, is he gonna look for anything specific? I mean, as long as he's scanning this day.
How much resolution can he get?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
can he?
he doesn't have a satellite image.
Oh, he doesn't. No Okay, there's no satellite image.
It's not like Google Earth when you like go to like satellite mode, and then you can zoom in and you can be like, hey, there's like the top of my house and my swimming pool
so he's
and the
just
car that I used to own last year, because like, or something like that. Yeah,
so he's just getting raw data is what he's getting.
He's getting data. He's getting like topography. He's getting like, there's maps and stuff, but it's not. It's like it's not like, it's not like you can just zoom in. It's not like he can zoom in and get like a view of like Plockton or whatever.
Okay, so he's not smart enough to see if the station actually can launch a satellite. So he's not going to do that. But what he is going to do is he's going to try to scan he's going to try to scan the desert. He knows there are ships in the desert. Since he can't really get information about Porta Nova or Plockton or anything on the eastern coast, other than what he already knows, he's going to try to scan those. He's going to try to scan the desert to see what he can find, how much information he
combing
can
the
get about
desert.
those ships.
Yeah, we found shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that unfortunately is actually the answer there, is that other than the information that you had before that there's something there that could be ships,
Mm-hmm.
they're whatever it is, they're buried in the desert.
Okay.
And like yeah, it's weird, and they're like the scans are coming up unusual, but there's definitely something there that is like powered. It's unusual.
Okay.
Buried in the desert, all the way up here. All the way up here.
So real quick, like, what's behind here? Like right here, that's ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's behind? What's here?
Oh, what's here?
Yeah. Like,
Ice, and then eventually ocean.
so it's just ocean in the center of the dome.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's very, very icy ocean in the center of the
Okay.
of the ring. Yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, I mean there might be a little island or two in there, but there's it's very like it's like super Arctic, because the way the way that it spins is it spins like this, so the center like doesn't really get sun.
Gotcha.
So the center's like hyper cold.
Okay. Okay.
Hyper cold, which is why it's so cold here, because it's kind of like starting to go into the center, and that's where traditionally you have your northern ice wall,
Okay.
the impenetrable northern ice wall that nobody knew what was past it, but now you know what's past it.
Yeah.
So yes. On board the Ganger 3, people are waking up, stuff on their face, feeling rough. Is this a day that they're just gonna take,
Probably chill.
just chill out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make
So
late
they go.
breakfast. That's it.
Yeah. Right. So they do their chilling. Let's see.
The other Gengar's boring.
Hey, why did that not? Does Rumbe's picture get fucked up somehow?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I like dragged Rumbe over to like the Gengar 2, and it like it didn't like come out right. I don't know why. Here, I'll show you. This back here is Rumbe.
What the fuck?
No,
It's
that's
just
typical elf.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's the default character thing, because for some reason the
I
Rumbe
wonder, did he go in and change it, or is it on his character sheet?
super weird. No, it's there. What? I don't know. That's really strange. It is, yeah, it's different though. It's like I don't know. I don't know what happened, but Rumbe he lost his guy. He lost his face.
That's weird.
Yeah, we'll have to re-upload Rumbe's portrait. So yeah, as you can see over here, Rumbe in the forklift. We've got, heroes running around here. Chud, of course, Guthix and Drake having their conversations, and
Drake has never been so bored in his entire life.
Drake's like,
Yeah, man.
kind of looks like a chick. Hmm. Anyway, so the second day passes, and Dan, go ahead and roll me a d20, just a standard d20.
13.
All right, great.
13 hours to fix the.
That is correct. It actually it probably did take about 13 hours because it did take all day. So yeah,
It's been 7 hours and
you spend the
15
day doing that, and by the end of the day, once again,
Don't they have to figure out, because it's Frobah's stuff that they have to put onto a Sin ship, so it's they
correct.
have to there's modifications that have to be.
Correct. There's
It's
modifications.
it's not 1-to-1.
It's not 1-to-1. There's modifications that have to happen. It takes all day long, but finally you're satisfied that the Elise seems to be in good shape, but you're very tired. Tana still hasn't gotten her thing to quite work the way that she wants to, but she's got all the parts.
What is Tana doing?
Oh no. One thing that Argyle would be doing every now and again, or no, he can't. He can't talk to them. They're in hyperspace. Or can he?
Yeah, you can talk to whoever. The people in the way? Sure you can.
Yeah. So he'll be talking to people.
He's not getting much response. Nobody's really getting much response from Gengar 3. Gengar 3 is yeah. Nobody's getting much response from those guys.
The drunk boat.
Those guys are having some fun over here. Now on the other hand, you do get some responses from Gengar 2. So, you're talking to those guys. So, actually, if Guthix asks the question, what is Tana doing? Then you get the answer, oh, I'm building a portable holographic emitter.
Oh, okay. What does
what's
she
the-
need that one? Is she trying to get someone there specifically, or just having the technology?
I'm just trying to figure it out. I figure that if we need more people here, we can have more people here. So, for example, let's say you wanted to be joined by the commander. The commander could kind of be here. Or somebody
Oh.
on, I don't know, whoever. Somebody from far away. Derek Starchaser, maybe he could be here early. Kind of like that. I found this holographic emitter just laying around the Destiny.
That
Who would
son
do
of a
that?
bitch.
Who would just let it lay there like that? So I figured I'd use it.
Wait a minute. You've had that thing the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now now everybody's wondering if the Destiny has been missing a holographic emitter for the last month.
Well, if you were paying attention last session to Commander Astra yelling at Matt for losing something,
Oh God.
and the thing that he lost was the holographic emitter for the emergency technical caster that was on the derelict ship.
Ah.
Do you remember the hologram guy that
Yeah,
Rumbe
no,
kept
it's
fucking with on the
coming back to me now.
Oh
yeah,
God.
on the derelict ship? So basically Tana has gotten that, and
She liberated it. Okay.
yeah, she liberated it. Yeah, she stole it from Matt, essentially. She lifted it right from his fucking desk. And she's had it this entire time. She took it before she was like, "Oh, I get it." So now she's like working on a floating holographic emitter that will be able to like project a person and have that person essentially like be there.
Mm.
Interesting.
But she's having problems with it. She hasn't totally figured it out yet, but she's getting close. So the whole second day passes. Once again, you sleep in your cushy beds. The people on the Ganger 2 or Ganger 3 recover a little bit. Guthix talks Drake's ear off. And, of course, Heroes 2 poops all over the back of the ship, and Rumbe runs around.
Uses the
Uses the
forklift.
forklift to clean it up. Exactly. Yeah. That is how that works. So the third day, everyone wakes on the third day, and once again, Argyle gets a full night's sleep. What's Argyle's plan for the third day?
Well, first thing he's gonna do is find out how many more hours it's gonna take for them to get here.
Let's see. ETA. Let me find out here. Drake Tungsten looking for the ETA. Oh, here we go. Looks like we're gonna be there in 12 hours.
All right, so I'm gonna take the Elise, and I'm not gonna land unless I see something, but I'm gonna do some flyovers. I want to see what's going on. I should be able to fly over the whole continent pretty quickly. I want to see if I can get some scans and some pictures.
All right. Sounds good to me. What do you think, Guthix?
I think that plan makes sense. Fly over, see if you can, spot what you need to.
We'll be here online. Just stay in contact,
I'll stay linked so you can see what I see.
Yeah, definitely.
Tanalana,
Not here.
do you want to go or do you want to stay?
Let's see. I can probably work on this thing on the Elise, you said, right?
She should know it.
Oh, yeah, probably by this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll come with you.
All right.
Let me just get this toolbox. And she's like lugging this like big suitcase thing. It like looks bigger than her.
Yeah.
And so she lugs that onto the thing, and
So Argyle, bring the world back.
So, well, are you flying over the world, or are you flying over your continent?
Well, that's what I say. Well, bring the world back first.
Bring the world back, man.
Bring the world back because the world is gonna. That's
is a vampire.
Yeah. So, Argyle,
Sorry.
what I think is gonna happen. sorry to do this, and you can erase it. All right. Is he's gonna start.
If it's not in the shape of a dick, as I'm gonna be disappointed. He is gonna start here and then go around
Oh, wait a
here
minute.
and
So
then
I
go
could do that.
all the
Oh,
way.
yeah. So
over
he's gonna
here.
start here, and he's gonna go around here. Then he's gonna come around, and he's gonna fly down to. He's gonna check this island out. He's gonna.
So whatever you're doing is not appearing for us, at least not yet.
And then he's gonna fly over the desert.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Ah, okay.
So he's gonna.
Yeah,
So
of course.
So he's gonna start. He's gonna start here, right? He's gonna start here, and he's gonna go. He's gonna go east first, fly over. He's gonna start at Plockton, fly over Porta Nova and the capital, and then he's gonna fly the southern border, and kind of see if he can get the fort.
Okay.
Then he's gonna take a little detour down to these islands because he's never seen these islands down here.
Okay.
He's gonna come back up. He's gonna
Islands
see.
over here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's gonna see if he can actually dip down into the water because he knows he can go underwater.
Oh, to see if that ship is there.
So he's gonna dip down under the water, come back up, go over the desert, end back at Plockton,
And then back to Plockton. That totally makes sense.
back
and
to
then-
Plockton, and then he's going to just. Then he's just gonna jizz all the way back over.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the-
yeah. See, that makes sense. See, well then,
And the reason I didn't want this map is because where the ship is off the map.
right. I mean, obviously, but if you are, if you're mostly flying over your continent, probably a good idea to have this map right here.
Yeah, but we're
So-
at 10, we're actually at 10:30.
Oh yeah, we are. Do you want to do your flyover?
Yeah, I could do the flyover.
Do the fly? Okay.
I think I
So,
could-
because it's quick. I mean, unless something happens, and then of course, like if something happens, we can always
Unless it's not quick.
stop there. But I mean, obviously,
Hey,
you're like
we're
flying
the dicks
around.
in the dark. It's never.
It's
quick.
never quick. You're right. We always make it last long and hard. All right. So you start. Obviously, you start over here.
right
Over here, right here. Yeah, your name is right on Plockton.
Mhm.
And that's the first place you're going, right?
So yeah. So at this point, he doesn't care if people see him.
Right.
He
So
figures-
is he just gonna fly right over the city? How far up is he? Where is he flying?
So
That's probably important. How far
so-
up?
So what's ha? A dick just appeared in the water, unless that's.
I think that dick's already been in the. I think
An
that-
ancient dick.
That dick is ancient. That dick has been there forever. Are you
just
talking about this one up here? This
Yeah,
one up-
just-
this one up here? Oh yeah, dude, that one has been there forever.
Just noticed it.
That's been there forever.
So
Dude,
so here,
I unarchived a bunch of stuff from the
Mhm.
old game, and there's some great stuff. Like I didn't create a picture for Barlow because there is a drawing that somebody made of Barlow on one of the maps, and that is the picture for Barlow. It's on the manor, the map
Oh,
for
God.
the manor. There's a picture. I don't know who did it.
damn.
One of you guys did it.
Oh, where now we got to see it.
Shoot, here, I'll show it real quick. Where is...
So while you're looking that up, how low do I have to get the Oh, I see Barlow up at the top
There he
corner.
is, right there. Care for a bath?
Camera bath with a net.
Camera bad.
Oh yeah, that's
Wait a minute.
That's
Who is
great
that?
right there.
Hold on. Who is this?
Who is what?
Who is this
The
person?
the guy at the
right,
bottom,
right here.
above
Because
Maleha.
Malaya. That's like,
there's an Argyle. Then there's I guess
There's-
a drawn picture of Maleha.
There's Maleha.
And then
There's
who is this guy? Third
Basil.
Is that Basil?
Basil,
It's
and then this
Basil.
is Ren, and then Thiwar, and then Guthix with his fucking crazy character portrait that he had in the beginning.
oh
Guthix
yeah.
had like a nutty fucking portrait.
Damn.
And then Sasha, and then Elise, and then Marth is who we got there.
A
Damn.
blast from the past.
Yeah, that's a blast
Craziness.
from the past. That's the
That's
the
craziness.
manor house that you guys lived in. I figured I pulled the map just in case, because I figured there's a possibility you'll eventually go back to the manor house. So there it is,
Ha.
because it does still exist. It is still there.
A blast from
So-
over 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So to get the scans that he wants to get, to actually get like the resolution, how close does he need to be?
I mean, like, he doesn't have to be super duper close. He doesn't have to do like, I mean, if he wants to use the scanners on and the visuals on the this Sin ship to like look, yeah, I mean, he can be pretty far up.
So he doesn't care if people see him. He does know that there are things in the air and on the ground that could interact with him.
Correct. Obviously.
Because
Yeah, things have interacted with you in the air before.
right.
This area is known for wyverns, I hear.
Although Wyvern versus Sin ship.
Right. Yeah, that's
I mean,
it's probably not much of
you
a.
know, yeah, there's not much of a, but so I would
Then
say
again, I don't know. Like a couple
Yeah.
wyverns might
Do
be
you
able to
wanna-
do some fucking
do you wanna
damage. Do
test
you
that?
really want to chance it?
Mhm. I'm gonna.
Well, I
I'm gonna
mean,
say-
wyvern's one thing, but like you know, you get
A
like a
dragon.
blue dragon or something, and
Yeah.
it lightning bolts you. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's no good.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that'll fuck your ship up.
I'm gonna say airplane height. So maybe 10,000 feet.
Okay, all right.
10,000
So-
feet is not airplane height, by the way.
Yeah, that's I mean that's low airplane. It's not cruising. I mean, I guess it depends on your airplane if it's a smaller airplane.
Yeah,
but-
that's true.
So Argyle flies over his old hometown.
Is that
That
damn
also that
snowman
also
still there?
that I was gonna say that also has some legacy art like
Oh,
what's
there's
this
a
guy?
dick. There's a dick
What's this
right
guy
underneath.
say? Mr. Carrot Dick over here
Well, there's a dick right underneath the bridge.
underneath the bridge. There's also fields of dicks here.
Is there? Are there
Yeah,
fields?
just
Where are the
tons
fields
of
of
Tons
dicks?
of dicks
Tons
right
of
here in this field right here, just right there.
Oh, don't forget that one hiding way over there.
Damn.
Oh, is it over in
Carrot
the
dick.
forest?
Let's go.
Oh yeah. There's
Oh,
one
I
over
see,
in
yeah.
The
Mhm.
forest past the mill. So yeah, so here is here's Plockton. The
So,
town.
so let me ask this: coming down, does it seem like there's any damage, any big damage other than? Does it, other than the capital? Does it look like most of the planet is just untouched?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than the capital, things look good. And in fact, you fly over Plockton and it looks great. There's only one problem.
Hmm.
I'm assuming you're just doing basic scans as you're flying over, right?
Basic scans. He's life form scans, things like that.
No people.
No people.
No people.
If
That's
they're
weird.
okay,
There is
so
not a soul in Plockton.
What about how close are people to Plockton? He could figure that out.
You do a scan, and well, Argyle can't count real well,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a big group of people just north of Plockton. So, let's see. So if we look over here, it seems like up here there's a big group of people right about here.
Okay.
And it seems like maybe, again, Argyle ain't good at counting, but it seems like maybe the amount of people is right for the amount of people in Plockton.
So then,
And then you
so I'm scanning
obviously
for
it
life
takes you.
forms, but I'm scanning for life forms, not just humans. I could see everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's basic life forms.
Is
There's
there anything
like,
is there anything in the town at all?
what do you mean anything in the town?
Tons of dicks. What do you
There are
mean?
no human beings in the town.
No. Is there anything in the town? I'm scanning for life
Yeah,
forms.
that's what I said. Other than that, the town is normal. There's just no humans or no humanoids. Zero
Okay.
humans. Like
So
there's vegetation, there's like animal like life. Everything is totally normal. There's just no people.
So then I'm gonna focus on the town. How close of a picture can I get to the town?
I mean, you can if you can I mean, like, obviously you can fly down as close as you want. Like you can literally go to the town if you wanted to.
So he's gonna do that. He's gonna go down to see if he can see anything from above. So maybe he's gonna get up to about 500 feet above the town.
Yeah, so he goes up into the town, and that's the mayor's house right there. And isn't Argyle's house like over here
Yeah, something like that.
somewhere?
Like
Hey, this great big house, that's Uncle Frank.
I was gonna see some of these are gone, right? Because these were like, isn't this house gone? Like
No,
some of the houses,
that's the church. No, the
I-
houses are there. Why would the houses be gone?
didn't we burn one of them down?
The mayor's, or not the mayor's,
Oh,
but
you might have burned down Frank's house. This house
Yeah.
might not be here, but it's
Yeah.
probably actually rebuilt by now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's probably a new house there.
In only
In
20
fact,
days?
I don't even know if you burnt that down. I thought you were going to use that because it was a really just nice mansion, and it didn't get burned down in a fight for sure, unless somebody
when we
just
were
arsoned it.
running from Len, we burnt the building.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we burnt down the.
Oh.
We burnt something down.
We thought it was an illusion at first, but it definitely burned the building.
Yeah, like the house that we killed the father in.
Okay, so then that is this house then. Okay, so this house was burnt down then. I'm gonna say that the house is rebuilt though. It's probably not the same house, but there is a house there now.
Okay.
They're fast.
Does it look like there's, does it
Yeah,
look
they're like
there's-
Amish. They just put that
Argyle the Amish? So does it look like there's anything disturbed?
No. No, it
people
looks like
also
everybody
see a
just up and
giant
went.
So
flying
then
trap.
he's just gonna zip up to where the people are. To see if he can see where they are.
So yeah, I mean, obviously he's in a starship,
there.
so
I can be
yeah,
there.
he can be there in like
30
seconds. Yeah, it's like
30
up,
seconds.
they're all like up in this like group of hills up here. There's like a little, not quite a mountain, but actually as soon as you fly over to it, you know exactly where all the people are.
Where are they?
They're in the Wyvern Cave.
Oh,
They're in the mountain. All the people have gone to the mountain. The people of Plockton have traveled to the mountain and apparently are all in the Wyvern Cave. That's what your scanners are telling you. And you recognize the cave because obviously,
Okay.
Big events happened at the Wyvern Cave.
So if I scan other towns, are other towns deserted as well? Does it see? Am I getting the feeling that people are leaving their towns because things have happened and they've taken cover?
So it depends. There's a town over here, up here, Port Souvenir, that is. It seems you're familiar with the town. You've never been there, but you think Ren might be from there or kind of hung out there for a while, and that seems like there are people there.
Okay. So then taking
And then there are
my
people, of course, spread out because obviously countryside and stuff.
Yeah. So
You
then
know, you can
then taking
scan. There are definitely lots of elves up
Mhm.
here in the.
so then he's just gonna take his thing and he's gonna fly down to here so that he's now going over these towns. Because he's just taking scans. He's not, you know, he's not going to fly to the Wyvern Cave right away. He's trying to keep his promise not to land.
Right, right. Okay, so he goes over. He
And to be
goes.
honest, if I went down to 500 feet, I'm probably staying at 500 feet.
Okay, are you gonna fly by the fort,
The fort is.
or are you gonna keep your distance from the fort? The
Is
fort.
isn't the fort like over here?
The
Hold
fort
on.
is here because of this is the larger. You can see the larger. So if you're coming down, the fort is here, which is here.
Well, I'm going to be flying over Porta Nova first, and the capital. Before
Right,
I
right.
fly to the
Oh,
fort.
before you go to the fort. Okay. All right, right. So when you fly over Porta Nova in the capital, first of all, you can't fly over the capital. Not at 500 feet. It's that
Okay.
bad. You
Oh,
can't fly over the center of the capital at 500 feet.
okay.
The capital is an inferno
Oh, really?
of radiation
Mhm.
and just
That makes sense.
awfulness. Yeah. The capital is fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's no life in the capital. Like none. Like there's on the outskirts, maybe on the southern edge a little bit, but no, yeah, no.
Is there a lot like one big megafauna with like spines on its back just wandering around?
When you fly over Porta Nova,
Mm-hmm.
Porta Nova has a couple things going on. First of all, in the very, very center of the city, that is where that Sin ship is.
Mm-hmm.
And that Sin ship has
Can I see the thin ship now? If I'm flying over, I should be able to get a good picture of this ship.
you can see it now, yeah.
Okay.
It is bigger. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe about 4 to 5 times bigger than the ship that you're in, maybe a little bigger than that even.
Okay.
It is generating some kind of a field that is extended about a mile around the ship.
Including
So
a mile up?
Yes.
Okay, so
Well,
I can't.
half a mile up.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's like it's the bubble of the field is about a mile total, like across.
Okay.
So about a half mile up, there's this field. And there are definitely people in Porta Nova. Within the field, you're having a hard time getting scans, but outside the field, there are people there.
Okay.
Yes. And just as a cursory, since you live there and you know the area, the manor that, of course, we just saw the map of the manor. The manor that is on the bluff, obviously that's on the edge of town, so that is not within the field.
Okay. So
Also,
that's a place that I could land if I needed to.
if you needed to, yes. Actually, you could totally land up on the cliff where
Right.
the house is.
Mhm.
That would actually be almost a perfect place to land.
Okay.
The other thing is that of note is that Lucchese's neighborhood. So Lucchese's manor house is also not within the field.
Okay.
Your training, the field is kind of center city. So like remember like our Argyle used to go and train at that place, like that place is within the field.
Right.
Kind of all of like the kind of downtown area is within the field.
Okay.
So that is the information that you're kind of able to get just from flying over Portanova. Also, if you fly over, you are not attacked. They do not shoot you, or you're not hailed. Nothing happens.
Okay. Okay. Am I getting any reading from the ship at all?
I mean, obviously, there's like a power, like the field is kind of blocking almost everything. Yeah. Obviously,
there's the power signature. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting the power signature. It's there. You can see it.
Okay. Flying just directly over Boone and directly over the fort.
Okay.
I'm not at this point. I am not worried about people seeing me. I don't care.
If you fly over Boone, the Boone is inhabited. You probably cause a bit of a panic when you fly over it. And then finally, of course, are you flying low to the fort or not?
He's staying maybe about a half mile up at this point, because if he could not fly over Portanova lower than a half mile, he's staying at the place where he is.
Okay. The fort.
A half mile is not that far, though.
It's not that far in the air. No, it is not. The fort is buzzing. Argyle flies over to the fort, and as soon as he starts to get in within the airship of the airspace of the fort, 2 airships fly up from the fort. And next time on Up, Up, and Away.
Like old airships?
Airships.
Oh God.
The Imperial airships. The actually very, very similar to the design of the Lucchese, maybe a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 airships fly up to see what the hell is going on with this Sin ship that Argyle has flown over the fort, and the fort is buzzing. There are a lot of people and a lot of activity at the fort.
Okay.
So next time on Up, Up, and Away, Argyle.
How many people is Argyle gonna kill next time?
Oh, geez. Argyle and the encounter at the fort. Also, very, very soon, the rest of the guys are going to be there. Gengar 2 and 3 with Drake and Fizz, and of course the rest of the party members.
Oh,
Guthix,
by the way,
and Timmy and Chud and Thiwar.
I've opened
Rumbe,
a lot.
Everybody's on their way.
Just so that we know, I've opened a line to both ships and to the Destiny. So what you said is Argyle is relaying the information.
Okay.
So that everybody knows.
Uh-oh, we got company.
Here it comes. So basically, everybody knows what's going on in Portanova. Everybody knows what's going on at the capital, at Plockton.
Right.
People are going to know, because it's only going to take him a little bit of time to go around. So, unless he's got to destroy some airships and destroy an entire fort, and kill thousands of people. And
oh, jeez. It could happen. It definitely could happen for sure. Oh my goodness. So we're into it, guys. Now you are home, and there's gonna be a lot more flashbacks, a lot more.
Yeah, just seeing the forts alone is kind of crazy.
Right.
What the hell is a colon bee?
First real adventure.
Colon bee?
Another Nate. Are there colon bees?
Oh.
I have no idea what a colon bee is.
It sounds horrible.
That sounds
It
pretty
does.
bad.
That sounds like possibly the worst thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. In fact, a
It's
colon bee, that sounds really horrible.
Country Fried says it's exactly what you think.
Yeah, yeah. Though that could be like slang for like an anal vibrator. Like I could see that being like a product name, like the colon bee from Ashley Madison,
Oh,
shipped in a
God.
discreet Is it? Wait, Ashley Madison is not. What is?
No, Ashley Madison is the cheating.
That's the
website.
cheater site. What's the
fuck?
what's the sex site? The
Uh,
sex toy site. That's like the normie sex toy site.
What is it?
Isn't it something Ashley? Because sometimes they have commercials and stuff. Adam and Eve.
I was gonna say I don't want to look that up.
Country Fried Minis, you got it. It's Adam and Eve. That's what it. Yeah, a colon bee sounds like slang for like an anal tickler or something.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, man. That's what it sounds like to me.
Look
That's
who came.
that's a. Oh, hey, kitty.
Cat.
Kitty.
And she's like, "Let me go."
Yeah, that's how that be. She has to answer to the meow from earlier,
Yep.
right?
Ooh.
My
What?
cat is probably upstairs, hanging in the warmth.
Oh, she came over. Now that I put her down, she went over to look at the mirror. She likes to go and look at the full size mirror and look at herself and try to figure out why this other cat is in her house.
Salem
Badass
will
a
get
little
up on the mirror and go to himself, like the full size mirror. He'll like get up on it and like do this thing where he's like, "Who are you?
She's too old to fight. She's just like,
Get out of here!"
you know, my cat's like 19 years old. She's not doing that. She's just like,
Yeah.
she's just going over and look at it and like,
That is an old cat.
Yeah. Monster was 19 when she passed away a couple of years ago.
I saw something that said that they now have a medication
I saw that too. Yeah.
that can help
And,
keep
like-
your cat alive until they're 30 years old.
What?
Yeah.
You could have a cat that is 30. You could have a 30-year-old cat.
Dang. That's
I'm just sitting there
wild.
I don't know if it's something that would be commonly available or not.
I just don't know
Yeah.
that I want to keep. I would want to keep something.
Why not?
I want Salem to live for 30 years. Hell yeah.
yeah, if
that'd
you're
be
gonna
awesome.
get a pet, why wouldn't you want it to live?
Yeah,
for a time?
I
Because-
totally want
well,
Salem
no,
to live
as long as it's
forever, man.
healthy.
Like, if,
That's the
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
It's
as long as
I
he's
mean,
healthy, of course. and-
That's what I worry
happy
about is
and
quality
good.
of life. Is like at a certain point.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, even if like you're talking about an extension of 10 years, so even if like
10
the
years on a 10 years on an animal that's only supposed to live for 15 or 16 years.
that's what I'm saying. Like
It's a
if you're talking
It's
about
a
like
very long time.
so even if you get 5 extra years out of it, I don't know, man. That's 5 years with your
Yeah, I'd take
your,
it.
your buddy for sure. Like I'm
Sounds like
definitely
what I-
like
from what I briefly saw about it, it's supposed to combat things like complicated liver failure or something like that, like or compound or something like that. So
Interesting.
Maybe.
really bad disease.
I was gonna say if it helped with like kidney stuff, that's the thing that
Yeah.
gets cats is
Mhm.
the kidney thing
Yeah.
because they don't drink enough water and the toxins and stuff. So, yeah, that'd be good. We'll have to look into it. Have
Yeah.
my immortal cat.
No, I can see
Cats in the dark.
Mrs. DM Steve being like, "We need this medication."
Yeah,
now!"
100%. You don't even know. Salem has like premium everything, like fountains and all kinds of stuff, man. He's taken care of. Anyway, guys, it's late, and we should probably start to wrap things up here, so that we can eat, go to bed, whatever we need to do. Any final thoughts? Anybody? I thought it was a pretty good session, and we're set up
I think
for next
vibes were
time.
pretty good. I
The vibe did its job.
yeah.
So, we're set up to go for next time. I think next time
Mhm.
we'll have some
Oh,
maybe
speaking
maybe even a little bit of action. Maybe not the action that we want, but
speaking of next time, we do need to talk
oh,
about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically there's a group of friends coming out here next week for skiing things, and I will likely not be available for D&D. So maybe plan for
like a
a
mega dungeon or
Mega
something.
Dungeon episode, yeah.
Well, that might be what we got to do then. So
Mhm.
next time when we come back next week, Wednesday, very possible that that Mega Dungeon is gonna be what we're gonna do, and then hopefully then the week after that we'll get back to Up and Away. Maybe by that time, uh, Jay will be will have passed his cert, and maybe he'll join us for the next episode. Also, by the way, Cameron, congratulations for passing your cert. Good
Thank you.
job,
man.
man.
Now it's time to find jobs.
Mhm.
Right. Definitely. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we've been the Dix in the Dark. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Country Fried Minis. Thank you, another Nate. Thank you, number one. Did I forget anybody that was hanging or that it was at least talked
John-
to us?
John
Oh yeah,
D.
John D. Yeah, thank you, John D. Thank you, anybody else who was silent. Hit like. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, all the YouTube things, make comments, all that stuff. Um, Another Nate says he doesn't know if he's here or not. It's so dark. It is, and it's going to even be darker because the stream is going away. Don't be too cold. Keep warm. We have been the Dix in
And
the
so
dark.
cold.
Oh, it's freaking
I can't
ridiculous.
wait
Yeah.
till winter's over here.
Right.
Yep.
But yeah. Peace out, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.
Later.
You know what we could do? You know what we could do next week?
Yeah.
Unless you want Cameron here for it, is we could have Argyle's battle. If there is, unless you want Cameron here, unless you don't think
Argyle's